Shadows behind high-level meetings, the Epstein files and unanswered questions. For many years, Prince Andrew was associated with royal duty, diplomacy, and overseas missions said to represent British interests. Yet as documents connected to Jeffrey Epstein continue to surface, a different picture has begun to emerge, one involving private relationships, unofficial meetings, and questions over whether power may have been used for personal gain. 1. A deal in the shadows. One of the most controversial aspects raised in the Epstein files concerns claims that Andrew may have used Epstein as an intermediary. According to references within the material now being examined, Epstein was not merely a social acquaintance but allegedly helped arrange meetings with wealthy and influential figures. The issue is not simply that such meetings took place, but why they occurred. Legal analysts have raised key questions. Were these meetings legitimate diplomatic engagements? Or were they private arrangements that may have generated shared financial benefit? If such suspicions were ever proven, the matter would go far beyond reputational damage and enter the realm of potential abuse of public position. 2. Allegations of leaked diplomatic material. Even more sensitive are claims involving diplomatic cables. It has been alleged that Andrew and associates may have been linked to the leaking or sharing of confidential diplomatic communications. In the British system, such cables are protected because they relate directly to international relations, political security, trade and defense discussions. Should any individual, including a member of the royal family, be found to have disclosed such information improperly, the legal consequences could be severe. Legal experts note that in a worst-case scenario, such conduct could fall under offences connected to the Official Secrets Act. 3. No one is above the law. The Director of Public Prosecutions has repeatedly emphasized a core principle: no one is above the law. This statement lies at the heart of the public debate. Does this principle truly apply when a senior royal figure is involved? Legal commentary suggests that Andrew could, in theory, face two broad categories of potential charges: breaches related to state secrecy, misconduct in public office. The second category, in the most serious circumstances, can carry extremely heavy penalties, including life imprisonment. However, at present, these remain legal possibilities rather than established conclusions. 4. Investigations that appeared to slow down. One of the strongest criticisms raised by observers is the apparent delay surrounding earlier inquiries. Critics argue that certain investigations were postponed. Some matters were reviewed rather than fully pursued. The Duke's royal status may have influenced the pace of scrutiny. This has fueled a wider tension within British society. On one side stands the principle of equality before the law. On the other stands the tradition of protecting the institution of the monarchy. The question is whether both can coexist when issues of national security and public trust are at stake. 5. Files sealed until 2065. Another striking detail is that records linked to Andrew's time as a trade envoy are reportedly scheduled to remain sealed until 2065, rather than being released under the usual 20-year rule. This decision has prompted serious concern. What information within those files requires such extended secrecy? Is the delay intended to prevent political consequences in the present day? Historians warn that prolonged secrecy risks eroding public confidence, especially in an era when transparency is increasingly demanded of powerful institutions. 6. Police and palace responses. At present, Thames Valley Police have stated that they are dealing with a vast quantity of information connected to these allegations. This suggests the matter remains active rather than resolved. Meanwhile, Buckingham Palace has said it is prepared to cooperate with police should they request assistance. The statement is cautious. It signals openness while stopping short of acknowledging any wrongdoing. 7. More than one man. What makes this case significant is that it extends beyond one individual. It touches three pillars of British public life: the monarchy, the legal system, public trust. If allegations are ignored, questions will arise about fairness. If they are fully pursued, the monarchy may face its most serious reputational challenge in decades. 8. Questions without answers. For now, many issues remain unresolved. What role did Epstein truly play in Andrew's network of meetings? Was there any exchange of financial benefit? What lies within the sealed files that makes their release so sensitive? These unanswered questions explain why the Epstein documents are not merely about personal scandal but have become a test of institutional accountability. Conclusion. The story of Andrew and the Epstein files is no longer simply about controversy. It represents a collision between power and responsibility, tradition and transparency, Image and the rule of law. When police say they are handling a vast volume of information, it suggests that the curtain has not yet fallen. Until sealed records are released or a full investigation is concluded, the central issue remains: will Britain prove that no one, not even royalty, stands above the law?